Alright guys, welcome to the second installment, the part 2, the add-on, if you will, to the West Coast offense. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of a, this is just a little special for the scheme of the week we're going to be doing today. Since I put out my West Coast offense and my stink bench scheme, there have been a lot of changes. And I wanted to just update you guys with the changes, with the recommended team, with the depth chart, because I know I put it out earlier on in the year, so we're going to need to update it with the newest rosters and whatnot. So, number one, guys, also I want to talk real quick about, there's many different ways to run the West Coast offense. There's so many formations in it, and far tight is just something that is comfortable for me. If you guys really want me to, I can break down every formation in the offense, but I don't think there's really a need to. I'm just going to show you how I run it, and you guys can go from there. If you want me to do a breakdown on weak eye, flex, twins, near pro, far pro, split pro, all the single back stuff, all the shotgun stuff, then just, you know, leave a comment or whatever in the description. And well, I'm thinking of what team I want to show you guys this with. We were going to do the 3-4 stink bench zone. Was a very good scheme, very dominant. There was a problem with it though, in the fact that you have to user. We're going to do this with Denver, guys. You have to user one of the linebackers over what side you want to come, so it's kind of a tell as to where you're going to come from. So we're going to try and eliminate the guessing, or no, not the guessing, but the tell, so to speak, of it, and we're going to try and make it a little bit more effective. We're going to show you some other plays that I found that have made this probably one of the best, in my opinion, one of the best 3-4 defenses that there is. So we're just going to pick a random. I like the old San Diego Chargers playbook. The 3-4 playbook is really good. If you go to MaddenMoments.com, Z will have some breakdowns on that. So for this example, we're just going to go with the 3-4 playbook, but we're going to focus more on the 3-4 formations because I think that's the scheme I run. So you guys are. I'm going to try and put this one up first before I go into all my other schemes. I've got a bunch of schemes recorded. I haven't just not been recording or anything, but I just haven't gotten the time with the holidays and, you know, doing the scheme week. We've been kind of with the spacing of it, just kind of been out of the loop. Hopefully, though, with the new year getting in, we'll get the scheme out this week, and then we'll get the rest of them to follow it. I've got about 5 schemes recorded. It's just a matter of getting it out there. So, real quick, we're going to talk about audibles. For this specific offense, we're going to be doing strictly far tight. So I'm going to show you my audibles for far tight twins. Okay, so you have, this is the way I do it. If you want to run to the left side of the field, well, you put your left L1 audible quick toss. That's your left run. And then your right run is going to be your HP counter. Okay, your X slot is going to be where you run in the middle, so that's going to be your fullback dive. And then we have our main pass play slot corner here, and we have our change-up kind of money play, if you will, over here with the flat play. And this is what I do. These are the plays I run. I run these plays to perfection. I probably run them at least 95% of the game. I rarely ever go out of far tight. Actually, I've been considering switching to the Bill Walsh book because it has a couple more plays in far tight twins, a draw and a halfback dive that are really effective, and it's got a play from red right close that is very good. That Kilo broke down in his Bill Walsh guy, and so I'm considering going to that if I'm going to run strictly far tight. But however, I do like the ability to go to bunch, go to spread. So I don't know, but for guide purposes, your base play is going to be curls. However, I do come out in other plays, like I'll come out in mesh or X spot. We're going to talk about X spot a little later because I do think it's one of the best plays in the playbook. We just don't. It doesn't get a lot of call, but it's one of the best guys. I'll tell you why in a little bit. I'll tell you when you need to use that play. So we're just going to go through all the coverages and why it beats what it beats. First play we're going to go with, might as well just go curls. And there's a lot you can do with this play. As you see, Moreno's red. If I remember correctly, in the previous breakdown I did, we put the fullback on. We can do a depth chart real quick. See, I'm allowed to loop. We'll do a depth chart real quick. Get you guys broken down here. Okay. So we're just going to reorder it and go from the start. So we got Pigman, of course. And at halfback, I'm going to start notion on Moreno over McGahee, but I am going to put McGahee in the game. I think you need him in the game. I think he's a beast. So we're going to put him at the fullback. We got Demarius and Eric Decker out here. And here's the thing, guys, you might want to look at. If you go ahead and look at the ratings here, you'll see that Brandon Stokely has 90 catching traffic. So if you do like him over Demarius, go ahead and sub him in. I personally don't, because Demarius has a little bit better of a spectacular catch potential. So that's how we run that. Now, if you notice, the circle receiver, the number 1 receiver, is going to be the main blocker. So that means your best blocking receiver and your big play receiver. And the dude dragging it across needs to be your most consistent player, the guy that can kind of run with the ball. That's a little add-on too. And if you need to check out the ratings as well as far as spin move, juke move. As you see here, Demarius Thomas, we're not going to be spinning, we're not going to be juking, we're going to be stiff arming. You see with Eric Decker here, we're going to be doing the spin move. Just some things you need to pick up on. I think this makes you a better player if you do what your guys do. And I like the fact that the receivers are 70 strength, meaning they'll be able to block just fine in the run game. And I do want to touch on the run game a little bit later, guys. We've kind of fixed the problems with it earlier on in the year, and now we have it really working well. So, I mean, you got Brandon Stokely here, and then I like to put maybe Jacob Tammy. I'll put him at the number 4 receiver just in case I want to go to senior back spread, senior back ace, I don't know, whoever I want to go to. But I think he's their fourth best option. And then you got Caldwell, of course. And then I would probably go with Trenton Holiday just to have a big play threat on the field. So that's how I do that. Here's your tight end. I just leave it stock, and here's a reason for it. Why do you start Joel Dreesen over Tammy? Number 1, we have a height advantage. Number 2, we have a strength advantage. Number 3, we have awareness advantage. They're both really good. We have catching advantage. We don't have a catching traffic or spectacular catch advantage, but we have a blocking advantage, and I think is really good. You could start either one. It doesn't really matter. It just depends on if you're more of a pass-heavy person or a run-heavy person. Run-heavy with Dreesen all day. If you want to pass more, I'd go with Tammy. And then I would just switch that wide receiver here. So that's how I run that. And then let's talk real quick about the guards. The most important lineman position in this offense is the guards. They're going to be pulling on both on our running plays, and they're kind of the key to our running offense. So I like to put my best offensive lineman at the left guard position. I like to put my second best offensive lineman in terms of agility and pulling ability at the right guard position. As we see here, they already have a very good right guard in Cooper. The center I like to be really strong. So we're going to get Ramirez in there, because he's a beast. He's a big tank. Because when we get double teams, we'll get the impact block, and it's really important. So we'll just put Beatles here. And even though they're out of position, guys, it doesn't really matter in my opinion. I mean, in my opinion, you need a pulling guard here, and then this guy's also going to be pulling on one of our run plays. He's also going to be very crucial in the halfback counter play, which is one of the main plays. So that's the way I would do the depth chart as far as offense goes. We'll just go over the defense really quick. Okay, so the defensive end I would go with Robert Ayers. I would go with Justin Bannon in the middle, and then I would go with Ty Warren. Ty Warren at the right end. You could switch Warren and Ayers. It's just up to you, just depending on how you want to run the scheme. We're going to give you a couple of different setups, a couple of different options. You could also get this guy here, Derek Wolf, one of the best, in my opinion, this year. We'll talk about why real quick. The dude's just a very explosive guy. He's 6'5". If you take a look at this tackling, what was this block shot? Yeah, it's good block shake, good pursuit, decent, above average power moves. He's a good all-around backup for both of these positions, or potential starters, depending on how you want to run the scheme. And also, guys, this is a guy I don't think a lot of people know about. Malik Jackson, 6'6". The dude has like an 85 acceleration. One of the best are the Denver Broncos, in my opinion, for A-gap blitzes. We're not going to be running A-gap much, just because I don't think there's any point, not for the 3-4. So real quick, we'll go over to the left outside linebacker. Von Miller is by far the best linebacker in the game right now, and we're going to start him at the left outside. We're going to go with Joe Mays and DJ Williams at the middle, and then we're going to put Elvis Dumervil at the right outside. And in the corner, I like to put Tracy Porter and Cliff Harris at the corner. I like to put Champ Bailey at the safety. That's just the way I do it. You guys can mix and match the way you want. I like having I like having good zone coverage everywhere on the field, and good man coverage for the most part. So I put Raheem Moore at the strong safety, Champ Bailey at the free, and these two at my corners for a 3-4 scheme. Okay. So we'll get back into the 3-4 level later. This is just the offensive video. And there'll probably be 2 parts to this. Probably could go 2 or 3 hours on this offense. So yeah, I'm going to put out all I got. And if you guys just want to watch it, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine too. So this is the old setup for curls. And what we would do is we would motion the running back out. And we would snap before he says. And we would snap through it. And that setup is very good. Here's an alternate setup I found that is really good. If we call man coverage here, this is one of the best man beaters from apartheid. As you see here, we have circle being guarded by that inside guy, and then running back being guarded by the middle linebacker. Now we're going to put circle receiver on the slant route, and we're going to leave everybody else stock. Put McGahee on the blue route if you want. Always slide protect aggressive or to the right as well to protect you from A-gap blitzes. Okay, now your first read on this play is going to be Moreno. Your second read is going to be Decker. Then we're going to go to Thomas, and then we're going to go to Dreesen. So real quick. And if you guys watch carefully here, you'll see what happened. We get a man switch on Demaryius Thomas. And if you watch what happens here, that middle linebacker that was supposed to be guarding the halfback, and you see they do a little, they just switch off, and they can't cover the slant route. It's just not happening. And every time it gets man coverage, you're going to roast it. Now, if you look, our curl route was actually wide open too, and so was no shots route. As you see, we could have hit those two. The tight end route was open too. There's just a lot of things you can do. If they call man coverage against curl, good luck, especially in 2-man under, because especially on PS3, no one's pressable in this formation. So you're going to be able to get blocked quick. And everybody's really wide open on this play. If you look, every route was open, especially that slant route. So that's how we run it against man coverage. Now, I don't really worry man or zone read pre-snap, just because I don't worry with it. I just run my plays. So my setup would be like this right here. This would be my setup. And if it happens to be zone, I go to the tight end. Very simple there. So that's how I run curls right now. That's the first setup for curls. And another thing you can do is if they follow out the curl route, the high-low read, curl flat read to the running back. Another thing that I've been working on is motioning men and then snapping in between the 2 receivers. And a little confusion with the motion and the angle of the running back route is on. We'll show you real quick what happens. Is he'll just kind of stop, and it's just a different way to run the flat, but it's a little bit more effective, especially from curls. He gets downfield a little better. So that's just something you can mix in. But I would probably do, and then here's something real quick, a little ghost route from running back in motion, and snapping back, and then he gets underneath, just like that right there. So that's a setup. You could do. You can motion Demaryius Thomas over the right, snap when he gets to the numbers. Snap throw, just pass lead to the outside, and he is money. Almost any coverage. I haven't really encountered many problems with throwing this ball unless they're user defending it. In which case I can hit him to the left side now. So let's just assume they're user guarding Demaryius Thomas on the motion snap. So we snap, let's get the numbers. Okay. They're user guarding. Oh, I got a curl flat combo over to the left side of the field. So a lot of things you can do with curls. Real quick, another thing you can do is you put Demaryius Thomas on a drag snap. After 4 steps here, he's going to get a little speed burst, get underneath every zone, Another good way to run the curls play. Another thing I do is, guys, there's a lot of setups for this too. We'll put numerous times on a streak, motion them out, snap it, and then pass it to the outside because they're going to jump the curl route, and we'll go right over that real quick because I think it's very important you guys read. I reiterate this. If you take a look here, what we have here is they're in a cover 4 defense, meaning the 4 safeties are in deep blue zones. And as we motion Marius Thomas out, we go on a streak, and if you see this curl route's going to suck down both safeties. And right at the time that the safety starts sucking down, Demarius is right at the point of peak in terms of throwing the ball. Very good timing by Peyton Manning getting the ball. I would just pass it to the outside to make sure the safeties can't recover, and we got an easy probably 20-25 yard gain almost every time we get zone covered, especially cover 4 or cover 3. Cover 2 can get dicey, but I think it's even easier to beat cover 2 with it. So real quick, we'll go over that against man. Motion Marius Thomas out to the left. Set. We have our curl route, of course. You want to throw it right as he breaks. It's a timing pattern. If you guys run this offense enough, you're going to get very good at it. That's why I only run one formation, because I think if you run it to perfection, I mean, it would just do so much stuff. And as you see there, Demarius Thomas on the motion snap streak, he will really get some separation with his man. And the reason for it is, number one, it's a linebacker covering. Number two, take a look at the way that Madden plays, what the game plays this year. It's just very easy to get separation on motion snaps, especially streaks. As you see me streaking, and for some reason the linebacker, whoever covers it, really they just leave him there. If we pass lead up and to the left, I pass lead down to the right, but up and to the left pass lead will really torch it. So a lot of things you can do with those motion snap streaks. I've been working on those a lot lately. I'll just try it one more time. This is against cover 4. I just want to show you the massive amount of separation. You'll get, as you see, if the safeties stay deep, you have your tight end. So it's just a high-low read basically between the curl route, the streak from Demarius, and Dreesen. And of course you have your little hot read in Moreno. So just a lot of things that we can do with curls, and we kind of use these concepts. These are more concepts, and we use them with every play we run. You just look at pass it to the inside, click on, make a play. That's a pretty sweet catch. I think you have to snap it before he sets, because you see here, and then we pump it. Pump fake, we got him. I like the pump fake, just it makes it more realistic, number one. Number two, we're pump faking the square, they're going to jump at it, and we got an easy completion. So you hold the safety, basically, you're occupying the safety, so you're getting a wide open dude over the top. That's the concept, and real quick, we're just going to show you this one more time, because I think it's one of the more effective routes in the game. As you see, you don't do anything, just let him get out to the numbers, pass it to the outside. It really has to be user guarded, in my opinion. Let's see if we have anything else we can talk about. Real quick, another setup we can do is we can put McGahee on a wheel route. He'd be our first read. Then we just make a quick snap read. Okay, we've got him. Okay, we pass lead to the outside and let him get up the field. Another quick play, making him have to guard both flat on both sides, negating any blitzing opportunities, unless it's a man blitz. And if it's a man blitz, we're going to be torching them all day. This is actually the setup I would use as a base, I forgot to mention this, is the slant for man coverage. So we're running man, and then you just motion McGahee out, because as we said, we can't do anything with the left side motion for it to work correctly. So we motion McGahee out, we get the crazy man, we get the crazy man switch, and we're going to throw it to him. So quick snap read, okay, McGahee's covered, okay, we got the quick motion or man switch, and for some reason I passed to the streak on that one. So real quick, got the curl. Sometimes for some reason they don't switch off. If that happens, and then I would leave McGahee in. So let's try it real quick, make sure that's why. McGahee, leave him in there, and then when you do it, they switch. So motioning the fullback can cause some problems, but for more times than not, it doesn't. It may have to do with the yellow zone being in there from 3-4-2 man under, but for the most part, this is one of the best plays in the game. Has been every year, all year, And another thing you can drag decker, and you can get like dual drags kind of coming, and just let that yellow zone jump at the drag and throw that. Just a lot of things you can do with this play. We're one of the best plays in the game. Okay, so that's curls. And another thing real quick, just to let you guys know, if you put your receiver on a zig pattern, especially motion, and you're going to motion him out just like you're running a curl route, or a streak, and then you just snap it. He's just, and let's talk about this. This is something I haven't implemented much, but it's very effective, and sometimes I just forget. But motion him out, put him on a zig, and you're going to wait till he makes his first cut, and once he cuts to the inside, he's going to get underneath everything. It's almost like a ghost route from Madden 12. But what happens is, especially with a guy like Rdikes Channel catching traffic, you're going to be able to complete that all day. And it's just a very simple, very easy throw. It's a very quick throw for about 5 or 6. And it's just annoying because as we run the slant hook later, we're going to talk about now them having to go from inside to the outside, guarding the out. From guarding the outside of the motion snap, now guarding the inside of the motion snap. It really makes it really painful to defend that. So that's how I run curls. I don't know if I have any other setups. Real quick, talk about this. Even if you put him on a zig and don't motion him out, you get a little underneath route. They're going to have to drop a D lineman to cover it. You can streak the Marius, pass it to the inside, click on anything else. Put him on an out route. There's just unlimited amount of possibilities you can do with this. Because as you see now, you have a curl flat concept, and you got the Marius wide open. So, just a lot of things you could do with that, with the circle. See if we want to fade, and watch this, guys. Let him go out, motion, okay, snap, okay, they're in the zone, click on, try to make a play. Just unlimited amount of possibilities you can do with this. So I gotta get on the next play, or we'll be here all day. So real quick, I want to go over X spot. This is a play that doesn't get a whole lot of call, but it's a very effective play. And one of the things I want to talk about is no Sean Marino's route. It's a little different. You see it goes upfield and it kind of breaks out. So you can snap, throw it to him. So snap, take one step, and then just lob it to him, and he gets upfield very nicely. And that's against 2-man under guys. One of the best coverages in the game. He just, as you see here, the square receiver is going to kind of pick off his man, and it's just going to be like almost like a running back streak. So that's how I run. That's basically how I run that play. And then what you can do is you put Marius on the out route, and he's going to beat man coverage too. You're going to beat zone with that spot route. Every time that spot route is so good. We'll take a look at it right here real quick for you guys. And you just want to pass it to the left, and for some reason you drop it there, but wide open against man coverage. And real quick, we'll go over zone, and should be wide open zone coverage too. Yep, sits right in between both yellows and zone. Very effective play, but the main read I want to talk about is the tight end route. And most of the time we're saying tight end on a streak or a fade. Sorry, a fade, a zig, a drag. Rarely we ever challenge the left side fake with the tight end. So as you see here, pass it down to the inside. Oh crap! Call the right play. This is mainly a zone read, but you want to pass it down to the inside. Ooh, gotta wait a little bit longer. He's gonna have to be. This is actually one of your later reads. You're gonna read the left side first, and then you're going to go back to the right. So obviously we put McGahee on our usual wheel route. And we look for that first. So I'm just going to go over the read real quick with snap read. Okay, if McGahee's covered, then I'm going to throw the bottom Marino. So I'm just going to lob it. And if he's open, he's open. If he's not open, I'm not going to throw it. But most of the time he'll be open. If he's not open, then we look to the deep out by Rdikes Channel. Or the quick out, actually. The quick out. Okay, so we're beating man coverage ridiculously here. And then if that's not open, I'm going to look to make a high-low read between the spot and the post route. So I'm going to spot, and then I'm going to throw the post. For some reason, I got a sack there. Probably going to let my fourth read. And there's the post route getting major separation. The reason that it gets some separation, the reason it's going to be so good, is we're usually going straight up the field. So if they're trying to jump the seam, all of a sudden now we're coming. Let's just go over this real quick. So they're going to have a linebacker here, and they're going to put him in a yellow to try to cover the seam pass to the tight end. But what's going to happen is now he's going to go post route. Oh, there's Devil blockers for you. If I can get time in the pocket, so we're just going to block both running backs just to show you the one route I want to go over and why it's so good. You want to call this play maybe one, maybe two times a game, and once you've established you're throwing seam, okay, that tight end, oh shoot, it didn't cover it because he was on a post. So that's how I run that play. I mean, that's really it. You can do the usual stuff with it. You can, move Demarius or put Demarius in that zig pattern here. It doesn't get man coverage. What the zig does to it, it's even better than the zone version. And for some reason, they're dropping everything. But you can put him on a zig. If I want to fade, watch this against man coverage real quick. Fade, and you're gonna bring him back here, and you're gonna move him like that, and then now you're gonna pass it up to the outside. Then you have a user catch option there. Put him on a drag. So if you have a two drag combo, oh crap, one of them snaps back though. So I mean, a lot of things you can do with X5. I think it's one of the better plays that doesn't get much of a call in the system. It's just I run slot corners so much. I don't have any room for my plays. I have so many plays I can call, and there's just not enough time in the game. Here is another thing. If you motion him out, put him on a fade, he's not going to automatically switch, so you're going to have to manually do that, unless you do want this style of a fade on the right side of the field. So, but if I put him on a fade now, he's going to be there, and then I can just snap it. And now we're hitting him on the left side of the field. So a lot of things you can do with this play. This is just some basics. Again, you can put him on a zig. As you see here, he's just gonna pass this. No pass it. Just snap throw. It's there, and you just trust me. You can even put him on a drag, guys, and he's gonna have inside position, as you see here, and you're just gonna pass lead it up. And torch his man every time. He's gonna beat zone. I mean, one of the best routes in the game is the drags. Shout out to Z-Boy Drag Street combo. But I mean, a lot of things you can do with this. So don't get one-dimensional with your play calling. Mix it up. I would only call this play probably twice a game. And what I would do is I'd make it look like slot corner, but I would actually be trying now to hit the tight end on the post route. So that's how we run that play real quick. We're going to go through the quick audibles now. We're going to go through slant hook. As we mentioned earlier on in the video, the usual setup for slant hook was we wheeled both running backs and we motioned this dude out to the left, if I remember correctly, and we just kind of threw this, and it was really good. I've advanced this play, and I think I made it better, and I think I made a lot more check down reads in case that wasn't there, because I was running into some problems because coverage sync, or it was like a weird yellow zone. It wasn't coverage sync though, but it was like some kind of weird yellow, maybe a manual yellow. He was guarding that, and I would have to throw the running back, and I just wasn't used to checking down. So now we have some check down reads. As you see, if you see here, you see McGahee on the swing pattern to the left side of the field. We're going to basically make this into a running back screen, and we're either going to streak or drag Decker based on what they've been doing a lot. If it's been, I mean, most of the time I streak him, but if it's 4th and 2, I'm going to drag him. So it just depends on where you want to attack. But those are the two main hot routes. And I'm going to motion Demarius over to the left. He's going to be my first read. Okay, I see man coverage. I know I can complete it. Okay. I see zone coverage now. So we have our streak. Okay, I see him coming out with himself. I see that. Okay, but you see how he's stuck with him, and that's the one problem we've had. And some of you have been running that, and you may have had that problem. I know a couple people have been telling me they can't get the snap to work at a slant hook, and for some reason the flat zone won't suck down for some reason now if they come from the safety. So what we're going to talk about now is the running back screen option. We now have to see the safety here. It's possibly because he has higher zone coverage. It may just be the play. But if we motion Demarius Thomas out, we snap it. Okay, we see him stay with it and then get sucked down. So we could hit the slant hook late, or we could hit McGahee. There's a bunch of stuff you can do, but we'll show you here in man coverage. you're going to get basically just a little shovel pass out to Mayehi for about 3 or 4, just depending on how well he's going to get separation and stuff. You could also just put him on the main. I think it's actually better if you manually put him on the swing pattern. And that wheel around of the blocker, basically just a little flip out to the back. And trust me, guys, I mean, they're going to be calling zone. That then zone's going to kill it. To be honest, let's just call some kind of zone here, and we'll just make our read, and we'll go over what we did. Okay, they locked down. So if we see that, if we're patient in snap throw, we know we can't throw it immediately because of the flow coverage, because they have a flat defender out there, almost like a curl flat defender. I mean, it's not really a flat because it's not instant, and it's not from the linebacker, it's from the safety. So you see his alignment, he's out with him, so he's there, but then he's not. If you see, he recognizes the wheel route sucks down. If we're patient, we can hit that route. If we wait, I would recommend waiting 1 second to see if he's going to suck down or not. If he does not suck down, then I would just simply get rid of the ball to the running back and get upfield. And we're going to show you an instant where he's not going to suck down. So we'll call the same play. But this time, we're going to put him in a purple. And we're going to spotlight. So they're spotlighting the receiver and putting him in purple. And then we got this stuff. Okay. So motion variance over. And okay, he stays up. So now we have the running back route and we have 2 blockers. So that's kind of like how we run that play. So those are the 3 main plays I wanted to update you guys with. We're going to be back here with part 2. I'm just going to take a quick little break. Get some other stuff done, and then we're going to come back with the rest of the plays. But that's mainly what I wanted to get you guys started off with that, and we'll be right back with part 2. Thanks, guys.